It was a cool evening as I walked back from school, exhausted and feeling weak from what had happened there. I heard a whisper calling my name from behind. Slowly, I turned around, but I didn't see anyone. I ignored it and continued walking. Finally, I managed to get home. I used my spare keys since the house was empty. Mom was at work and Dad was out of town. I went straight to the kitchen because I didn't have the energy to shower. Opening the fridge, I was relieved to find my favorite food. I headed to the dining room, turned on the TV, and began eating. After some time, I finished my meal and leaned back on the couch to relax. Before I knew it, I had fallen asleep. In the dream, I was in a beautiful garden. A young, beautiful girl was talking to me. She began, "Don't you hear me? I know you heard me. I've been calling you, but you never answered." "Why?" she asked. Her voice sounded with both curiosity and frustration. "I want to show you my beautiful garden. We can sit here all the time. I promise you'll love it," she said softly, taking my hand and leading me down a grassy path. "You see this? It's all mine. And I have another garden, inside the ocean. Do you want to visit it? But let's finish with this one first. Do you want an apple? It's not like the ones you know." She handed me an apple, its surface shining in a strange way. Carefully, I took a bite. Suddenly, I woke up. The room was silent, the house still empty. Mom would be back soon, so I decided to clean the dining table and do the dishes. Afterward, I went to the bathroom for a shower. While washing off, I heard a strange noise coming from the floor below. We didn't have a pet, so I was confused. I tried to ignore it and finished quickly. Not long after, the doorbell rang. Relieved, I thought. It must be Mom. I helped carry in her bag. The weekend came, and I was happy to sleep in because there was no school. By mid-morning, we ran out of groceries, so I went with Mom to the nearest store. Everything felt normal. Life was simple and nice. At school, things were different. Our final exams were approaching next week, and every student was busy with last-minute preparations. The night before, I barely got any sleep, leaving me feeling groggy and dizzy. While walking through the crowded hallway, I accidentally stepped on Jessica's foot. Jessica, the naughtiest and most arrogant girl in school, she immediately snapped. "You stupid boy, have you gone blind? Do you know how much these shoes cost? They're worth more than your entire family's income." I'm sorry, I stammered. "I didn't mean to. I didn't see you." "Oh, you didn't see me? Am I invisible now?" she sneered, her voice rising as a crowd gathered around us. Feeling confident from the attention, Jessica kept going. "You must clean this. My father bought me Theske shoes because I'm his dearest daughter. He would be heartbroken to see them dirty." To my surprise, she took off her shoes and threw them at me, her face showing anger and a sense of entitlement. The students around us whispered and snickered, adding fuel to the scene. My face burned with embarrassment, but I didn't know how to respond. Should I stand up for myself or avoid further conflicts? Jessica's mean laughter filled the hallway as I stood still, her shoes on the ground by my feet. The crowd watched, some whispering and others giggling. My hands turned into fists, but before I could speak, the school bell rang, easing the tension. Jessica smirked, turned, and walked away confidently. I picked up my books and headed to class, feeling embarrassed. That night, I couldn't sleep. Jessica's words and the teasing from my classmates kept playing in my head. Tired, I finally fell asleep in the early morning hours. Jessica's bullying wasn't new. She had been trying to bother me for as long as I could remember. It began with mean comments and insults in the hallway, but it got worse over time. One afternoon, as I sat under a tree during lunch, quietly reading my favorite book, Jessica and her friends appeared out of nowhere. "Look at this nerd," Jessica said, loud enough for everyone around to hear. "Always hiding behind books like a scared little mouse." I tried to ignore her, keeping my head down, but she wasn't finished. "What's this?" she sneered, snatching the book from my hands. "Give it back, Jessica," I said, my voice trembling. "Oh, is this your little diary?" she mocked, flipping through the pages. Her friends laughed. "Please, it's my homework notebook. I need it for class." "Oh, you need it?" she said, faking sympathy. Then, with a cruel grin, she ripped out several pages and tossed the rest into a muddy puddle. My heart sank as I stared at the ruined book. "Why are you doing this?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Because I can, she said coldly, turning on her heel as her friends followed, still laughing.